Yeah.
That look about right?
Yeah.
Are you able to move on when you feel like you've made mistakes?
No, if I think I've made a mistake, no, I don't. I won't live with that one. I don't go, oh, that's kind of life. No, that'll torture me for a good couple of decades.
We've taken thousands of strokes, countless early mornings, negative degree weather, all for that one race, that 20-minute moment in front of millions of people. It's been a huge journey, and there's a real sense that we are now coming to the end of it.
Ready? Go! Outside hand first.
Today's been a long time coming.
It's been kind of a tough couple of months of selection to finally be at this moment.
This is one of our real big media days. We're in with the BBC, there's lots of crew photographs, we're doing quite a few interviews, got our official weigh-in to go on as well. So there's plenty for us to be getting on with on crew announcement day.
It's a real chance for us to celebrate the fact that we've made it into that crew, those 9 people that are there and that will be racing against Cambridge. And it's just the one day before the race where we really get to mark the occasion and mark who will be racing Cambridge.
Yeah, pretty painless, quite quick, which is nice. Quite rare for a drive from Cambridge to London, usually takes like 3.5 hours. It's sick that it's here at Battersea Power Station, it's awesome, really, really cool. It's part of the fun, I guess, of the crew announcement is seeing the Oxford guys, and there's that kind of slight tension.
So we're in Putney now. It's just over a month to the boat race, and we're doing our fixtures today.
The fixtures are the last piece of this puzzle.
We've been through this really grueling selection process. And now this is a chance to really see where we're at relative to some of the best crews in the world.
So these opportunities to race the sort of creme de la creme of British rowing over sections of the boat race course with boat race umpires and boat race rules on challenging water gives us the best real preparation for the boat race.
Do I look like in the lens? Yeah, we're fired up, ready to go.
Okay, so blades down. We check the telemetry is working. Yep.
After kind of going through the selection process, the fixtures are really to test out how much speed we've really developed over these last couple of months.
It has to be raw, it has to be aggressive, it has to be well executed.
We are confident in our base pace. We are confident in that quarter to quarter we've been setting up, and we know that we can be loose enough to just attach and go again.
You are rowing beautifully. Trust yourself, you can do it at pace.
40-second push we have to get right.
You protect the person in front of you, you protect the person behind you.
Keep an eye on your catch time, okay? Devon's going to support you.
Whatever happens, you've got everyone in this boat's back. It's your job to take care of your 12.5%. Yeah?
Ready, go!
It's now a chance to go out and race against what we know will be a very good opposition.
We're putting ourselves against, I think, a very good challenge, and that's the important bit. There's no point racing people that you think you're going to roll over. We learn nothing from that.
We want to go out there, we want to put on a good show. We want to do our best to show our training.
Attention!
clashing throws a bit of chaos in. Managed not to humiliate myself on the live stream.
I think the dark blues overall, the women have really impressed me with that race against Oxford Brooks. The Cambridge coach, Paddy's going to have to do something to get a little bit more time into the Cambridge women. But to be fair, Cambridge have got people who know how to win boat races. They have this amazing run of victories. That is going to weigh on their minds. They might be talking about it away from the coaches. Oxford Leander, that was so aggressive. I mean, there was no love lost between the Coxes in that fixture at all. It was so exciting seeing two crews at the top of their game because Leander really gave it to them. I think that's exactly what Sean Bowden wanted, a fixture like that.
Even after we go through all the fixtures and we analyse our performance relative to Oxford as well, you never really know how fast Oxford are.
Last year's loss would have been a surprise to Sean Bowden. They were in with a shout of winning, and that hurts someone like Sean.
I'm disappointed, for sure, and that would, at certain times that would be a massive understatement. I'm not a great loser. I think if you're not trying to win and not trying to do your best, then it's not going to work because it's difficult to live on that edge all the time.
Sean is by far, the most experienced coach, maybe even on the circuit at the moment, certainly at our level. It's something easy that could be fallen into. Who can we blame?
Now look, if somebody else just completely screws up or, something weird happens, then your emotional response can be a bit directed to them. But if you're going to take credit for winning, you're going to have to take the responsibility for losing as well.
So we spoke on the water a little bit about what we were proud of that piece, so I thought I'd contribute to that conversation. Just today's was just really convincing. When we're not finished, we know that, but we're starting to behave and starting to believe that we're a blue boat. The fight is great, and there's aspects of our race plan we haven't even got to yet. That performance today was very good. Our crew announcement at Battersea and things like that, they're fun. And I want you to enjoy them. I want you to capture them, and because it's it's a real cool part of the story. But they are distractions.
Once the fixtures are done, there's really only one big thing left to do before race day.
So we're here at Battersea Power Station to be announced officially as the Oxford Blue Boat crew, and to do that at the same time as Cambridge and see our opposition for the first time.
Got the outside photos.
We're nearly 2 weeks out now. Today's like a really special day for the guys.
It's been obviously a massive fight for everyone to make sure that we put out the best team possible.
This is a huge day for us all. Very excited to be here, very grateful to be here.
For most of us, for pretty much all of us, it's by far the biggest, most public sort of thing we'll ever do in the sport. And the most meaningful as well.
Have Oxford done theirs yet?
And it's just 6 hours pretty much all about us and sort of presenting the crew.
Is it a bit like a celebrity? Yeah, exactly. Is it a big moment in definitely, yeah.
Big build up, lots of selection across the breadth of the really strong team.
In the end, Joe was the best fit for that boat, which is tough. Everyone wants the first boat, but in the end it's about beating Cambridge. And I want all the boats to beat Cambridge. So if I'm going to make Osiris go faster and he's going to make the blue boat go faster, then so be it.
It's pretty surreal. It's something I've dreamed of for several years.
First time you get a real sense of what you're a part of, I think, and what you're about to embark on.
Obviously the big day is coming really, but this is like a small taste of what everyone's been working so hard for.
Right, it is time, just about time to meet Oxford or Cambridge. Come boat race day, they do tend to choose a side, but a lot of people here will have a connection to it. I would like...
Anything that you put this much of yourself into, you want to come away with the right result. Oxford will be on a mission. I mean, of course you always are going to be, but they'll have a fire lit under them. You don't come away from what happened last season feeling like things are great. I'm absolutely confident that Oxford will be training every single day with the thought of, revenge.
We've got a group of people here who are hungrier than ever to really turn that around.
I think their mistake will be to think that we've been sitting here resting on our laurels. we have more fire in this squad than I've ever seen before in any squad. And we've pushed things on more than I thought we'd be capable of. So really, maybe I was thinking a bit about Oxford at the start of the season. I'm certainly not now.
I don't think a lot about Cambridge, to be honest. No, I think a lot about Oxford, and that's where most of my attention is. I don't know what I would think about them other than they are a highly motivated and organised opponent who have clearly shown the capability of winning this race.
Regardless of whether you've been involved in the boat race, there's always going to be a time when you've lost in life and it's never fun. Like, you'd be lying if you said you enjoyed losing. There definitely were 2 weeks after the race where, you know, I didn't want to watch the footage, I didn't want to really talk about it. And I think that's okay, I think that's natural. I think it just shows how much it means to everyone that was there.
At the end of the day, it's about us, and it has nothing to do with the opposition. It's about us and our journey and our program.
Holding on to the journey is a large part of why we've been successful the last few years.
For me, it's just about this race and winning this one. It drives every inch of your body to get to that point.
Crossing that line, it's one of the greatest feelings in the world, I reckon.
It's worth winning. It's one that is worth winning, big time.
It's undoubtedly something which I've always looked at in my career and wanted to be part of, wanted to be able to come in and be in it and be involved in this fantastic thing.
It's remained a huge part of my life. I can't imagine doing a degree without also rowing and training for the boat race. It's an integral part of what I do.
I've started to think about next year a bit more, so I graduate in June. And thinking about whether I'll row. And there are times where I'm like, oh my gosh, I need a break. Like, I can't do this anymore. It's, you know, I can't do the sacrifices, not being able to see friends whenever I want to see them, all those things. But then we had a really good session this Wednesday, and I was only thinking as I packed up my stuff to leave the boathouse, like, wow, I'm gonna really miss it. I'm gonna miss the friends. I'm gonna miss just being on the water in Wallingford. Like, it's so beautiful. Being in a boat that's going really well, and the feeling of just achievement when you work really hard with your crew and get to where you want to be.
Sometimes I wonder why I keep on doing this every year and what the point of all of this is. We show up on day one and we're complete strangers. We don't know each other, we don't know what we're doing or how we're going to do it. And slowly we come together, we get faster, we get stronger, we laugh, we cry, we win together, we lose together, and in a few weeks it'll all be over. What happens on that day will stay with me and will matter to me for the rest of my life. At the end of the day, all you can do is look back and ask, was it worth it?
People ask me, why is this race so important to us? Why wouldn't it be? It's the boat race. It's the goddamn boat race.